Hi all, Loz D Punch Out TV. Hope you're all well out there on this Wednesday evening. Well. I just happened to go on the zone because I thought City are playing Juventus. I thought it was tonight, so I got myself a few beers, thought I'd go home after a long hard day at work. I'll watch the game City versus Juventus on the zone. It's not on. It's on tomorrow. So I'll just look through the boxing schedules of the zone for the up and coming fight. And have and behold, what did I see? Pay-per-view. The man who's faster than the speeding bullet. Moses ltauma versus a shot to smithereens, Dillian Whyte. The cheeky bastards have not only made this fight a bum fight, a prospect versus a man who's washed up and a prolific drugs cheat. They've only gone and made it pay-per-view. Now, I've just as I come off seeing, because I was checking the pay-per-views. I was looking at the Belanga fight. I was looking at the Jack Catterall versus Harlem Eubanks fight. I wasn't actually looking for pay-per-view fights. I was just looking at the schedule of the fights what are up and coming. And obviously, as you click through them, they say subscribe. They're the ones what are free. Buy are obviously the pay-per-view fights. And then I come off after watching it, and I just seen, shout out to Hatman, he's just made a video going on about it. So I thought, well, you know me, I've got to chuck my 2 pence worth in, because I think it's a piss take anyway. It's something that I would have brought up on my live stream on Friday anyway, Friday or Saturday, depending whether I'm working or not. But this is what I keep trying to tell people about the heavyweight division being stale and the fans being ripped off. These Riyadh cards seem to have dried up. Now, last year was probably the best year for me since, I don't know, the last 5-6 years in heavyweight boxing, as in where, not even in heavyweight boxing, I mean in boxing as well, as we're getting the fights what we wanted to see. But it all seems to have dried up now. And especially the heavyweight division. It stinks. And I keep telling people this, but I get criticised all the time. Now, you have the cheek to charge 25, 30 quid, whatever it's going to be, pay-per-view for a guy whose best win is Marius Wack. And a guy who's shot to smithereens and pulled out of more fights than God knows what. And maybe might pull out of this fight. There's rumours going round that he might pull out of it. I don't know. But Dillian Whyte is finished. He's shot to smithereens. Like I say, the last time I ever watched Dillian Whyte fight was against ltauma, was against Jermaine Franklin. And I've never watched him ever since. I did a live stream with my good brother Outlaw a few weeks ago, and he was telling me he watched him against the Tete fight and someone else. I didn't see them 2 fights, and Outlaw said he was shit in them fights. He was washed. But it's not even about being washed and a prospect. It's about the zone, and Frank Warren have got the cheek to charge pay-per-view for this fight when everybody knows end of the day, everybody's struggling in the UK. So have the cheek to charge 20, 30 quid for a fight. It's a Wednesday night fight. It's a good Friday night, a good Saturday night fight. It's not a pay-per-view fight. Not in my frigging eyes it isn't. But like I say, TalkSport have pumped out all this propaganda about this guy being faster than the speeding bullet, and he's faster than Mike Tyson, he's the new Lennox Lewis, he's better than Riddick Bowe, he's better than Evander Holyfield, and so on and so on and so on. Now this kid's pay-per-view. He miraculously appears to be #1 ranked by the WBO, even though he didn't beat a WBO #1 mandatory fighter. He didn't beat anyone to become ranked #1, and now all of a sudden he's a pay-per-view. I get it that it's a game about making money and marketing your fighter and stuff like that, but this is a piss take, man. There's no way that this fight is pay-per-view. Not a cat and owl chance. Dillian Whyte is not a pay-per-view fighter, and if I'm honest, I don't think he's ever been a pay-per-view fighter, but certainly not at this stage in his career. And Moses ltauma has done nothing. He hasn't done half of the stuff what Dillian Whyte's done. So how is this how is he a pay-per-view fighter, and how is this fight a pay-per-view fight? It's just pure bullshit, man. Ripping off the fans again. That's all it is. Bricktop and his usual BS. Same with Eddie Hearn, same with them all. They're all scumbags. Ripping off the fans again. But, I'll get criticised for it again. Anyway, let me know what you think. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.